Hey, I'd like to welcome you to another episode of Money Matters Top Tips for Success, where each and every day I bring on new business owners, entrepreneurs, and executives and have them share their top tips for success with you. My name is Adam Torres. You can follow me on Instagram at AskAdamTorres to keep up with my book releases, book tour schedule, signings, all that other good stuff. Always love to connect with you there. And as always, if you'd like to apply to become a co-author of one of my upcoming books, just head on over to the website, moneymatterstoptips.com, and click on Become an Author to apply. All right, so today I have Bob Nienaber on the line, and he's CEO over at benefitRFP. Bob, welcome to the show.
Good morning. Thank you, Adam.
So I'm excited to get into benefitRFP. We've got a lot of business owners, entrepreneurs, executives listening today, and executive benefit plan solutions. I mean, that's a big hot topic, and interested to get any updates from you that are going on in the industry. But before we do that, let's get a little bit further into your background. So how did you get started in your career in business?
Oh, I got started about 3 decades ago. I'm a money guy. I'm a numbers guy. And so I really spent my entire career focusing on how to improve corporate wealth programs around executive benefit solutions for the companies that sponsor these plans and for the participants that are made eligible to utilize all the different rules and regulations that are involved in doing these plans.
That's awesome. And I think that's a great transition. Let's go further into what you're doing over at benefitRFP. So just to kind of lay the groundwork, tell us a little bit more about the company, please.
Well, the company was formed back in 2009, and prior to forming the company, I had built out a bunch of executive benefit programs for a lot of the main carriers that provide these benefits out in the industry. And one of the things that became apparent, I was working with World at Work years ago, and we found during a training program that we put on for the top 1,000 companies in the country, that there were only about 3% of the people that were managing the plans for those companies that truly understood all of the different facets that are available in these programs. So there was a lot of confusion around how these plans work, what they could do, how they could produce a profit for the sponsoring companies, and they were just very clumsy. They weren't easy to operate, easy to manage, a lot of confusion. And then on top of that, the actual consultants that were selling the plans really had the limited knowledge just like the customers. And so from either the customer base or the consultants that were selling them, we found that it was very clumsy, very inoperable from a technology standpoint, from an understanding standpoint. So what we did is we set out to build a technology that would make these plans very easy to function, make it for the participants that are in these plans easy to use, get rid of all the confusion, and we transitioned all of the things that used to be part of conversations and on paper into a very easy to follow, easy to navigate system that we call the benefit matrix. And quite simply, it's simply designed so that any participant, any company, any consultant that's working in this marketplace has a simple place to go out and find, identify, and pinpoint the perfect plan for the company, as well as make sure that the participants that are utilizing these tools get the most out of them.
Man, where were you at when I was managing money? That's amazing. You were around, by the way, so I've only been in this business for now 3 years, but and since you're in 2009. But geez, because you're right, the plans themselves, I mean, it's tricky. It's tricky because every situation is going to be complex, and to be able to find the right solution, especially when you're talking on different ends, not only maybe to vendors or to other people, and that may not be completely understanding what's going on in the plan or what type of plan you're trying to construct. It can be really tricky. So I love what you're doing. I love the concept. I love why it makes sense. That being said, so. Are you working, just so that I'm clear and the audience are clear, are you working strictly with advisors, or do you work directly with business owners also? What is your ideal type of clientele?
Well, our ideal structure, almost all of our business over the years has come from purely referrals. And so our ideal situation is to work with a consultant that has an existing relationship with the company. They either have a plan already or they're thinking about implementing a plan. And over the years, our technology has won the international artificial intelligence direction in the financial services industry for both risk and wealth management. And the reason that we've won these awards is we're able to go in with those existing relationships with the consultants And one, audit a plan if they have a plan already in place, because what we find in the audit is most companies have these plans set up where it's not providing a cash bonus for the company. In fact, it's a cash flow negative or a very expensive cash flow proposition for a company if it's put together incorrectly. And then on top of that, we build these plans the same way most companies are going after their own goods of sales, is we want it to be a profit tool for the company that's sponsoring these. And so the old days doing these things, they were very costly. They were not building a profit for the company. And with the transition of the technology that we have, we can pinpoint where the cost is a negative, get that straightened out, put the plan on the right path. And generally speaking, for a small plan, for a privately held company plan, we're able to really come up with about $2 million on average. That goes back to the shareholders' pockets. On mid-sized plans, it's about $7 million. And so it's very worthwhile for a company that has a plan in existence to go in and do an audit to make sure they're using the right tools, funding it properly, using the timing, all the IRC codes, the DOL and ERISA regulations in their favor, so that at the end of the day, the plan's profitable. It's producing a positive cash flow instead of a negative cost and cash flow. And then with new plans, we take them through the exact same structure so that before a company sets foot into this marketplace, one, they know what the plan's going to cost. They know the cash flow impacts around it, and they're able to set up the plan properly so that they get the best out of it.
Any kind of trends you're noticing in the executive benefit plan landscape in general? I mean, you have a unique vantage point working with so many people, different types of businesses, and you're so, I would say, forward-thinking in terms of technology. You were in fintech before it was fintech.
Yeah, some of the big trends that we're seeing is the financial world, believe it or not, was really late to the table with some of the technologies around that makes these things simple for clients to work with. And what we're seeing as a result is, one, the providers of product have become a lot more really competitive on their offerings. And then the structure around timing, when people leave a company, when people come into a company, we're able to gather that information immediately so that the company can always make sure their plan is pinpointing the right people in the plan, not keeping a cost base on people that have left the plan. Maybe if your plan's funded with insurance, you still have insurance policies on people that have left, and that's a negative cost to a company plan. And so a lot of the folks that we deal with, we see about a triple of commissions for the companies themselves as far as revenues that come back to them from improving their plans on a 3 times basis. So in other words, it's grown by 3 times in our market space, so that companies that were never able to really understand and get the functionality the right way out of the plans are seeing a huge cost recovery. And because of this technology, and we're the only ones that offer this technology worldwide, and so we're seeing a lot of growth in educational positions from the companies, from the consultants, from everybody involved, because now they're able to have intelligent conversations around this. And since this is the most common executive benefit program out there, it just makes sense to be able to have a detailed conversation where everybody understands what's going on. And also because of that, these plans used to just be funded with cash. Now companies are putting RSUs in these plans. Non-for-profits are dramatically utilizing these on a much higher level. For-profit, whether it's public or private, they're going down to a much smaller company. We used to see companies that were doing, $100 million of revenue or more that would be the primary customers of these programs. Now we're seeing companies down to $10, $12, $15 million of annual revenue that are utilizing it because they're able to draw a profit from them.
That's awesome. So Bob, a lot of advisors listening also. So if somebody does want more information on benefitRFP and to learn more, what's the best way for them to contact and to connect?
The best way is to go online. We have a support website. It's at benefitRFP.com. And if a consultant has a lot of experience and they don't need any point of sale help, any board help, or anything like that, they can log on, utilize our services for $995 a year. Or if they want to bring us into a case. We do a case-by-case split, so maybe 1 out of 10 cases is a little bit bigger than what they're used to. They can bring us in on a either a fee split or a commission split on a program. They can get to us by calling us directly at 916-838-0866, and that'll reach me directly. But we can help any level of skill set that a person has at the marketplace. What the program's been very successful with is we get a lot of people that have never sold an executive benefit plan in their career. And so they might be coming to us from the commercial P&C side of things. They might be an insurance guy, might be an investment person, whoever, or general consultant. And so they can reach out to us and we can take them through how we work with clients. They can give us an idea of how they want us to work with them. We like the consultant to be the lead relationship. They have the relationship. They understand the client that they're dealing with, and we want to keep that alive. We have had a lot of clients reach out to us directly because we have a very large reach these days. But in each case, we actually push back to the client, and if they are happy with their consultant that they're working with, but they're not getting the solutions they want, we'll educate their consultant so that going forward they'll be able to help them out better.
Man, that's awesome. Well, hey, Bob, really appreciate you coming on the show today and sharing more about your background and all the great work you're doing over at benefitRFP to help our consultants and also our business owners out there that are and executives that are benefiting from these plans. So great work there, clearing up the sometimes muddy waters that can be the executive benefit plan space. And to the audience, as always, thank you for tuning in. Hope you got a lot of value out of this. If you did, don't forget to subscribe to the podcast. Leave me a review on the Apple iTunes Store. If you're watching this on our YouTube channel, don't forget to subscribe. Leave us some comments there. I'd love to hear your thoughts. And Bob, thanks again for coming on the show.
You bet, Adam. Thank you for your time today.